For me, the problem is the wide areas. And this time a year ago, I was sick of the profile of wide players that we have to offer. And here we are starting a game with Son on the left and Johnson on the right. And like you said, Wendy, suggests some pretty bad things about the transfer window gone, right? Because if the boards are in for the long haul here, no matter what, if we're thinking 5 years ahead at all stages, then maybe in 5 years' time we come back to this window and go, look at this list of name of players and look how important they all are to us now, 5 years later, right? But in the meantime, fans will get sick of it. Fans aren't that patient. Some love to say that they are, but on the whole, fans will boo if we lose against.
They booed today.
They booed today.
today.
So there you go. And I don't know how much pressure the fans successfully put on the board. Booing is not for me to say. We gave Conte and Mourinho longer than I'd have given either of them, right? And surely the mindset here is more long term than it was for either of those two. In the meantime, we're losing games and it sucks. The thing with Odegaard, really talented player, but on name value alone, he's not getting game time over Son at the moment because Son is our captain. Son is our talisman. Son is Mr. Tottenham. Son is a loyal servant. Son is our top goal scorer from last season. And Johnson had a good game off the bench, so Johnson is rewarded with the start. But we're missing the profile of player that we need, right? Between our wide players today, Son completed 2 of 4 dribbles, but both the dribbles he completed were in central area. One of them right at the end when he tried to hero ball it all through himself.
Yeah.
Johnson went 0 for 1. Odegaard and Werner attempted 0 dribbles each between them off the bench. In my opinion, Odegaard should have been on a lot earlier, maybe at half time.
Yeah.
No, actually, in my opinion, Odegaard needed to start this game, and then that needed to be corrected as soon as possible. It's so frustrating to me that we're still in the same place we were, and it's frustrating to me as a podcast, because I am making the same point again, but it's become increasingly frustrating because we've now had, 2 windows in that time. Or 3 windows in that time because it was obvious in the first summer, right? We desperately need a first 11 quality player who can reliably beat his man, because if we had that today, and if we had that against Newcastle, against Leicester, teams can't just sit back in their own box, right? Because doing that is a death sentence, because we're going to beat you, we're going to get to the byline, and that's going to happen 3-4 times a game, and we're going to use that threat to open up the other side as well, and we're going to blow you apart that way. You can't just sit. But right now, no teams are coming to press. It doesn't matter that we're one of the best teams in build-up in the world, because we don't get to find out. Teams know, and the next team know, and the next team know, and the next team know that if they sit in their box, Son and Johnson will receive the ball, look at, there's a defender nearby, turn back and pass it back. And it's just so frustrating that here we are still needing that profile of player. And again, maybe Odegaard becomes that player next year or the year after, and that's great. But we've got to get to next year and the year after.
But isn't this why we pay this guy the money? That's why he's the manager, to fix this.
He's got to find tactical solutions, sure, but that's plan A, and we're failing to recruit for plan A.
I agree. As I said earlier, I think he's been hamstrung by the recruitment and the players.